There is a simple truth most people ignore. Nobody is coming to save you. Your life changes the day you decide to put your energy where it belongs. Put it on you. Every dream you have depends on one thing. It depends on your willingness to focus on yourself without distractions, without excuses, and without waiting for permission. Build yourself so strong that failure cannot break you and rejection cannot stop you. The world rewards those who master themselves. It does not reward those who blame. It does not reward those who wait. The ones who win are the ones who focus relentlessly on their growth, their vision, and their path. Focus on you until you win. If you do not, nobody else will. Today can be the day you stop looking outside and start building the life you deserve from the inside out. Stay with me. This shift can change everything. Chapter 1. Focus fully on building your strongest self every day. You must focus on building your strongest self every day. You cannot take days off from your own growth. Life is not slowing down. Every day that you waste compounds against you. You either build the life you want, or you drift into the life you do not want. Most people never win because they never stay focused on themselves long enough. They watch others. They compare themselves. They get distracted. The greatest gift you can give yourself is daily commitment. Commit to getting stronger. Commit to becoming wiser. Commit to becoming more disciplined. This is not something you do once in a while. This is something you do every day, whether you feel like it or not. It starts with a decision. Decide that you are not going to let another day slip through your fingers. Decide that you will work harder on yourself than you work on anything else. Your strongest self will not build itself. Your mind will not sharpen itself. Your discipline will not fall from the sky. You are responsible. Start small. Read for an hour instead of scrolling. Do one workout instead of making excuses. Say no to junk and yes to food that fuels you. Sit in a quiet room and set real goals for your life. Small decisions stack into strength. Brick by brick you build a foundation. You must stay with it when life is easy and when life is hard. Do the work when you are tired. Do the work when you are discouraged. Do the work when nobody claps for you and results are invisible. That is when real growth is happening. That is when you are laying down a foundation that nobody can take from you. Strength is built in the silence. Strength is built in the struggle. Strength is built when nobody is watching. Your strongest self is not built on good intentions. It is built on action. Show up for yourself every day. No excuses. No blaming. No waiting for motivation. Motivation is not coming to save you. Consistency will save you. Consistency is the secret. It is not flashy. It is not exciting. But it is powerful. Every day that you choose yourself, you step closer to your dream. Every day that you focus on growth, your power grows with it. Results may not come overnight. They will come. The world rewards the people who stay focused when others give up. The world rewards the people who bet on themselves when the odds look impossible. Be honest with yourself. Are you building yourself or distracting yourself? Are you pushing forward or letting life push you around. If you are not getting stronger, you are getting weaker. If you are not moving forward, you are falling behind. There is no standing still. Growth is not a choice. Growth is a requirement. Protect your focus like your life depends on it. In many ways it does. Focus is your superpower in a world designed to distract you. Every notification tries to steal your future. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Decide what gets your attention. Your attention is sacred. Your attention builds your life. When you focus on building your strongest self, you see the world differently. You stop chasing approval. You stop needing permission. You stop wasting time explaining yourself to people who will not understand. You stop feeling guilty for wanting more. You stand firm in who you are and in who you are becoming. Nobody is coming to build you up. Nobody is responsible for making you strong. That is your job. Respect yourself enough to put in the work. Trade temporary comfort for lasting power. Choose growth over fitting in. Build a future so strong you can stand proud in it, no matter what comes. Every morning is a new opportunity to build yourself. Do not waste these days. They are not endless. Every day is a building block. Every day is a piece of the foundation. Every day matters. When you get stronger, everything gets better. Your relationships improve. Your health improves. Your finances improve. Your confidence improves. It starts with you. It always starts with you. If you focus on you until you win, you will realize that winning was not the only prize. The real prize is who you became in the process. Your strongest self waits on the other side of discipline, sacrifice, and consistency. You have what it takes. You already have everything you need inside you. You do not need more talent. You do not need rescue. You need commitment like never before. Start today, then wake up tomorrow and do it again. Stack days. Stack wins. Watch your life transform. Watch your confidence grow. Watch your strength become unbreakable. You do not win by hoping. You do not win by luck. You win by focusing on you every day. You win by showing up for yourself, no matter what. You win by refusing to quit when it gets hard. You win by doing the work most people avoid. Focus on you until you win. Because if you do not, nobody else will. Chapter 2. Train your mind to ignore outside noise. Every day there is noise. Opinions fly. Distractions want your energy. Voices tell you who to be and what to do. If you are not careful, you will live for other people's expectations. You will lose yourself trying to keep up with a world that does not know who you are. Training your mind to ignore the noise is necessary. Your attention is limited. You cannot give it to everything. If you try to, you will have nothing left for yourself. Your dreams dry up. Your energy fades. Your confidence crumbles. You cannot build a strong mind if you allow constant noise inside it. Protect your mind like your most valuable possession. People will always have opinions. Opinions do not build your life. Opinions do not pay your bills. Actions build your life. Choices build your life. Daily focus builds your life. The moment you listen to every opinion, you lose your power. You start questioning yourself. You doubt your path. You move slower. You shrink your vision to fit the small thinking of others. Training your mind to ignore noise is inner strength. Become rooted in your vision so deeply that the outside world cannot shake you. Know who you are so clearly that no one can pull you off your path. This is not arrogance. This is clarity. Your life is too important to be hijacked by other people's fear. Get clear on what matters. When you know what you are working toward, it becomes easy to spot the noise. Not every comment deserves attention. Not every distraction deserves energy. Decide what is worth your time. If it does not push you closer to your vision, it is noise. If it does not help you grow, it is noise. If it drains you, it is noise. Be ruthless about focus. Protect your mind from negativity, gossip, jealousy, comparison, and fear. Do not get dragged into meaningless battles. Do not waste time explaining yourself to people who want to misunderstand you. Do not live to meet standards that are not your own. That is how dreams die. Train your mind to be quiet when the world gets loud. Learn to hear your own voice above the noise. Learn to trust your instincts when nobody else understands. Strength is knowing you do not need validation to move forward. You do not need permission to follow your path. You do not need approval to chase your dream. The only voice you must answer to is the one inside you that knows you are meant for more. There will be critics. There will be doubters. There will be people who think big belief is foolish. That is not your problem. Their noise is their problem. Your problem is whether you allow it in. Your responsibility is to keep your mind clean, strong, and focused. That is how you protect your future. When you ignore the noise, you move faster. You think clearer. You feel lighter. You stop carrying the weight of other people's opinions. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You start living with a power that does not fade because someone else is uncomfortable. Training your mind is not pretending the noise is gone. It is choosing not to feed it. Say, I hear it, but it is not for me. Stay locked on your goals, no matter what the world throws at you. Build a mind so strong it can handle rejection, criticism, failure, and setbacks while keeping belief alive. Every day is a test. You will be tempted to react, to defend yourself, to seek approval. Every time you rise above it, you get stronger. Every time you choose focus over noise, you sharpen your mind. You build a mindset that is not easily shaken. You build a mind that stands in chaos and still sees the way forward. When you no longer need the world to understand you, you are free. When you no longer need constant validation, you are free. When you no longer let criticism define you, you are free. That freedom lets you chase your potential without being slowed by doubts that do not belong to you. Decide today that your dreams are too important to sacrifice for noise. Decide that your peace is more valuable than winning arguments. Decide that your energy is too sacred to spend on things that do not build you. Some days the noise will feel louder. Some days the distractions will seem endless. Some days the pressure to listen to the crowd will be strong. Be stronger. Remember why you started. Remember what is at stake. Greatness is not built by following the crowd. Greatness is built by those who can walk alone when needed. Greatness is built by those who know that silence can speak louder than words. You are responsible for the life you build. You are responsible for the energy you allow around you. You are responsible for the mindset you bring each day. The stronger your mind becomes, the clearer your path becomes. The clearer your path becomes, the faster you move. The faster you move, the closer you get to the life you were meant to live. The noise will not disappear, but you will be different. You will be wiser. You will be focused. You will not bend with every wind. You will not fall apart at every criticism. You will not chase approval that never matters in the end. Train your mind until you can hear the noise and keep walking anyway. Train your mind until you can stand in your truth. Train your mind until you no longer need anyone to tell you that you are on the right path. You will know it. Chapter 3. Fight for your dreams when no one believes. There comes a point when you realize that if you do not fight for your dreams, nobody else will. People may love you, but they cannot see the fire inside you. They cannot understand a vision that was given to you. When you chase something bigger than what is comfortable, there will be doubt. It is not their job to believe. It is your job to believe. When nobody believes in you, you have a choice. You can shrink to fit their expectations, or you can rise and fight harder, because you know what you are building. Many lives are stalled because someone close said you cannot do it. Understand this. Belief is not a requirement for others. Belief is a responsibility for you. Fighting for your dreams is lonely work. You will sit alone wondering if you are crazy for wanting more. You will wake with doubt pressing on your chest. You will have days where results are invisible and only your belief remains. That is enough. That is the beginning of achievement. Believe when there is no evidence yet. Small dreams do not scare anyone. Small dreams do not threaten anyone. When you decide to break the mold, expect resistance. Expect questions. It does not mean people hate you. It means they are limited by their fears. Push through. Remind yourself that your dream was given to you for a reason. If they were meant to understand it, they would have seen it. They did not. You did. It is yours. It is personal. It is sacred. Defend it. The battle is outside and inside. The outer voices are loud. The inner voice can be louder. Doubt whispers that maybe they are right. Fear tells you to settle. Comfort calls you back. Push forward. Be stronger than your emotions on hard days. Lead yourself when nobody else is watching. Real fighters are not motivated by applause. They are motivated by purpose. They are not waiting for the crowd. They are laying bricks one hard day at a time. They know respect follows results. When you fight for your dream, you develop toughness that cannot be faked. You earn resilience you cannot buy. Every rejection sharpens you. Every no forces you to dig deeper. Every failure teaches you to fight smarter. There are no wasted battles when you fight for something real. Be clear. Your dream matters because it shapes you. It forces you to become disciplined, focused, and relentless. It calls out the best parts of you. Dreams are not only about achievement. Dreams are about transformation. They are a training ground for greatness. You will not always feel strong. You will not always feel courageous. Some days you will question everything. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward while fear is loud. Courage is getting back up when staying down seems easier. Courage is choosing to believe again every morning. There will be moments when quitting seems reasonable. There will be times when results are slow. There will be seasons when nobody notices your effort. Remember this: you are not fighting for attention. You are fighting for your future. You are not fighting for applause. You are fighting for a life you promised yourself. Nobody can fight this battle for you. Others can encourage you. Others can wish you well. In the end, it is you against your excuses. It is you against doubt. It is you against the urge to settle. It is you who must keep swinging when it feels like nothing is landing. Winners are not people who never feel discouraged. Winners feel discouraged and keep going. Winners are not people who always have clarity. Winners take the next step, even when the path looks unclear. Winners are not just lucky. Winners keep showing up long enough to catch the breaks when they come. Accept that not everyone will understand you. Let go of the need to explain yourself to those who will not chase their own dreams. Build your confidence from within, not from borrowed approval. Set your sights on the life you want and refuse to look back. Some will walk away. It will hurt. It may feel unfair. It may feel exhausting. But every day you fight, you are winning a war inside yourself. One day you will stand where you wanted to stand. You will see that every lonely night and silent morning was worth it. The people who doubted you will still be where they are. Still talking. Still doubting. You will be different. You will have proof. Belief backed by relentless action changes everything. Never apologize for fighting for your dreams. Never feel guilty for choosing a path others fear. Never water down ambition to make others comfortable. Fight as if your life depends on it. In many ways it does. Your future life, your future self, and your future peace depend on the fight you give today. There will be a day when the results speak louder than words. There will be a day when your fight becomes someone else's inspiration. To reach that day, you must keep swinging now. Chapter 4. Show up for yourself every single day. If you want real change, you must show up for yourself every day, not once in a while. Not only when it is convenient, not only when you feel excited. Every day. The life you want is not built on moments of motivation. It is built on daily commitment. It is built when you choose to work, when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping. Most people miss their dreams because they are inconsistent. They show up on Monday and disappear by Friday. They work hard for a week and fall off for a month. They commit when it is easy and run when it is hard. You cannot live like that and win. Become the person who shows up whether it feels good or not. Be someone you can trust. If you say you will do it, do it. If you set a goal, chase it every day without waiting for reminders. Life rewards consistency. Doors open for those who stay in the fight. Success is attracted to those who keep moving on the slow days, the boring days, and the painful days. When you show up daily, you build self-respect that nobody can take away. You stop needing praise. You stop waiting for signs. You stop depending on the outside world to tell you that you are enough. You know you are enough because you prove it through your actions. Showing up is not about perfection. It is about being there for yourself when it counts. It is about making progress, even when progress is slow. One small step is better than standing still. There will be days when you do not feel like doing anything. The bed feels heavy. The excuses feel loud. The finish line feels far away. These are the days that matter most. These are the days that separate dreamers from doers. These are the days when you prove that your future matters more than your feelings. Train yourself to be reliable to yourself. If you cannot trust yourself, everything else falls apart. You will break your own promises. You will set goals you never reach. You will lose faith in your potential. Every time you show up, you build trust. Every small follow-through strengthens your foundation. Over time, that foundation becomes unshakable. Over time, showing up becomes part of who you are. You cannot expect results without consistency. You cannot expect growth without discipline. You cannot expect change without effort. Dreams require more than desire. They require action, daily action in big ways and small ways. It all counts. It all matters. The people who succeed are not the ones with the easiest path or the most luck. They are the ones who kept showing up when others got tired. They practiced when nobody watched. They stayed committed when results were slow. Each morning is a fresh chance to show up stronger. Each day, you write the story of your life through your actions. Will today be wasted, or will it be a page you can read with pride? You owe it to yourself to show up. You owe it to the future you want. You owe it to the vision that will not let you go. You owe it to your younger self who believed it was possible. You owe it to the person you are becoming. Showing up does not have to be dramatic. Sometimes it means working quietly when you could be wasting time. Sometimes it means making one better choice than yesterday. Sometimes it means giving your best even when your energy is low. Small steps are still steps. Small wins are still wins. Progress is progress no matter how slow. The only way you lose is if you stop showing up. The only way you fail is if you decide it is not worth it. Some days you will be energized. Some days you will be exhausted. It does not matter. What matters is that you keep placing one stone on top of the next. Keep stacking the days. What you do daily builds your future. It is easy to show up when it is fun. It is easy to show up when results are visible. It is easy to show up when people cheer. Real winners show up when nobody notices. Real winners show up when results are invisible. Real winners show up when it feels like the world forgot them. If you master the art of showing up daily, you can build anything. You can transform your health. You can build wealth. You can create a life you are proud of. It begins and ends with whether you are willing to show up. Nobody else can do this part for you. You must be willing to say, I did not quit today. I chose my future over my comfort. There is no secret. There is no shortcut. There is only doing what needs to be done, even when you want the easy way. Every time you do, you build more strength, more resilience, and more belief. One day you will look around and see that your dreams have become your reality because you showed up when nobody else could see the vision but you. Chapter 5. Cut out every distraction that weakens your focus. The world is not short on opportunity, it is short on focus. Starting is easy. Finishing is hard. Every day 100 things pull at your mind, your time, and your energy. If you do not eliminate distractions, they will consume your future. Focus is not found. Focus is built. You build it by protecting it. You build it by cutting out everything that weakens it. You have dreams to achieve. You have goals to reach. You have a life to build. You cannot lose hours to things that do not matter. You cannot let your attention be stolen by every notification and every opinion. Every distraction has a cost. The cost is your future. If you are not controlling your attention, someone else is. If you are not deciding where your energy goes, the world will decide for you. The world does not care about your goals. It cares about taking your time. See distractions for what they are. They are thieves. They steal your time, your energy, your focus, and your future. Cutting out distractions is not only about productivity. It is about being alive. It is about owning your life. It is about refusing to live as a slave to interruptions, to gossip, to mindless scrolling, and to empty entertainment. Stand up and say, my life matters too much to be wasted. Be brutally honest. What steals your focus every day? Where do you lose hours without noticing? What habits drain you and give nothing back? You cannot fix what you will not face. Create an environment that supports your goals. Your environment should push you toward focus. Clean your space. Remove clutter. Turn off noise. Block temptations. Make the right thing easier and the wrong thing harder. Do not expect focus in an environment built for distraction. Protect your mental space. Not every conversation deserves your time. Not every argument is worth it. Not every negative opinion needs a response. Guard your peace like your future depends on it. It does. When you get pulled into what does not serve you, you lose momentum. You give away pieces of yourself that belong to your mission. Build a system that makes focus possible. Set clear work times. Turn off notifications. Limit exposure to triggers that pull your mind away. Make a real commitment. If you cannot do it all day, start with one focused hour. Build from there. Momentum is built one decision at a time. Every distraction you remove is a gift to your future self. Every temptation you resist is an investment in your strength. Every time you choose focus over ease, you sharpen your mind and your discipline. Distractions are not only outside, they are inside. Self-doubt is a distraction. Overthinking is a distraction. Worrying about what others think is a distraction. Fear of failure is a distraction. Learn to quiet the inner noise as much as the outer. Refocus your mind when it wanders. Tell yourself, "This thought is not helping me," and bring your attention back to the work. Building a life worth living requires endurance. It requires staying with a thing long after excitement fades. It requires putting in work when nobody is watching and no reward is immediate. That endurance only exists when you are ruthless about eliminating distractions. You will make sacrifices. You will say no when others say yes. You will feel that you are missing out. Later, you will realize you missed nothing important. The only thing worth chasing was your potential. The real battle is inside your mind. Can you keep your eyes on your vision when the world pulls you away? Can you stay true when entertainment is one click away? Can you keep moving when distractions look like opportunities? That is the test. That is what separates wishers from achievers. Every time you choose focus, you choose your future over your feelings. Every time you say no to distraction, you say yes to your dream. Close the door to what is meaningless. Open the door to what is powerful. Be intentional. Be clear on what you are building. Be fierce about protecting the path that gets you there. Nobody will organize your time for you. Nobody will clear your schedule. Nobody will turn off the noise. That is your job. That is your power. The day you cut out distractions that weaken your focus is the day everything changes. Progress comes faster. Confidence rises. Energy returns. Purpose becomes louder. You stop wasting strength on battles that do not matter. There is no secret to high achievement. There is clear focus applied daily. There is consistent action fueled by discipline. There is relentless removal of anything that pulls you off course. That is how dreams are built. That is how lives are transformed. You do not have to be smarter. You do not have to be luckier. You must be more focused, more disciplined, and more determined to protect your time, your energy, and your mind. If it weakens your focus, cut it out. If it steals your time, cut it out. If it drains your energy, cut it out. If it dims your light, cut it out. Your dream deserves your full strength. Your future deserves your full attention. Stay locked in. Stay committed. Stay focused. The life you want sits on the other side of the distractions you eliminate today. Chapter 6. Own your life without blaming anyone for anything. There comes a moment when you must decide who holds the pen. You can point the finger, or you can take full responsibility for everything you want to change. If you refuse to own your life, you stay stuck. You stay powerless. You stay behind. The day you own it all is the day you take control of your future. Blame is easy. Blame feels good for a moment. It makes you believe your failures are not your fault. It gives you a reason to stay where you are, but the cost is high. When you blame others, you hand them control. When you point fingers, you give away the power to fix it. As long as it is someone else's fault, you have no power to change. Owning your life is about taking responsibility for your decisions, your habits, your mindset, and your outcomes. It is not about harsh self-judgment. It is about recognizing that you can make new choices starting today. You are not stuck. You are not helpless. You are standing at a crossroads where ownership moves you forward, and blame holds you back. When you stop blaming, you start building. When you stop making excuses, you start creating solutions. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim, you start acting like a leader. Everything changes. Obstacles stop being final. Mistakes stop being the end. They become lessons and tools. They become building blocks. It does not matter how unfair your starting point was. It does not matter what setbacks you faced. It does not matter what someone else did or did not do. What matters is what you decide to do about it now. You cannot rewrite the past. You can shape the future. You can turn disadvantages into strength. You can use failure as training. You can let every setback fuel you instead of becoming your excuse. The strongest people stopped blaming a long time ago. They do not waste time complaining. They do not sit wishing things were different. They get up and work with what they have. They build, they move forward. They focus on solutions. They take ownership of the entire journey. Ownership requires facing uncomfortable truths. Admit when you have been lazy. Recognize where fear guided your choices. See where you fell short. Not to beat yourself up, but to get better. Real change starts with real honesty. Not the kind you tell others, the kind you tell yourself when no one else is around. Every time you take responsibility, you take back your power. You stop waiting for someone to save you. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop hoping for ease. You step into the driver's seat and steer your life where you want it to go. That is when things shift. Nobody owes you your dream. Nobody is responsible for handing you success. It is your job to show up each day. It is your job to work through hard days. It is your job to stay focused when life gets messy. It is your job to move when nobody claps. It might not be your fault that you were knocked down. It is your responsibility to get back up. It might not be your fault that life was unfair. It is your responsibility to rise above it. It might not be your fault that someone hurt you. It is your responsibility to heal and move forward. Responsibility is not about fault. Responsibility is about ownership. No matter what happened, you still control what happens next. Let go of the idea that someone else holds you back. Circumstances are real. Challenges are real. Your ability to adapt is real too. Your ability to rise is real. Your ability to create a new path is real. People who live powerful lives are not the ones with the easiest path. They are the ones who refuse to let anything outside decide their future. They own their strengths, own their weaknesses, own their choices, and keep building. It is easy to find reasons why you are not where you want to be. It is easy to point to people, to the economy, or to your past. Every minute spent blaming is a minute you could have spent building. Every moment spent making excuses is a moment you could have used for progress. The cost is too high. Ownership is freedom. When you own your life, you realize that every step forward is in your hands. Every improvement is within reach. Every level of growth can be pursued. You stop waiting for easier days. You stop hoping someone else makes it better. You step into your strength and shape your destiny. This is not about perfection. This is about responsibility. Show up for yourself even when you feel like hiding. Put one foot in front of the other, even when you carry the weight of past mistakes. Believe that your best days are ahead if you own the path forward. Own your decisions. Own your habits. Own your outcomes. Good or bad, easy or hard, expected or unexpected, own it all. The moment you own it all is the moment you gain the power to change it all. Life is not about what happens to you. Life is about what you decide to do about it. It is about how you respond. It is about the standards you set and the effort you bring when nobody is looking. There is no stronger foundation than full responsibility. No shortcuts, no excuses, no blame, only ownership, courage, and forward motion. Chapter 7. Push yourself harder when you feel like quitting. There will be a time when quitting feels easier than continuing. It does not matter how big the dream is. It does not matter how strong you started. There will be days when the journey feels heavier than your strength. Those days define you. Most people do not reach their potential because they retreat under pressure. When discomfort grows, they look for a way out. When nothing seems to work, they accept the lie that it is not worth it. Success does not belong to those who move only when it is easy. It belongs to those who keep moving when every part of them wants to stop. You cannot allow temporary feelings to decide your permanent future. Feelings change. Action must continue. Pushing harder does not mean pretending it is easy. It means accepting that pain is part of the process and choosing to press forward. It means understanding that the greatest victories come after the greatest struggles. Feeling like quitting is not a signal to stop. It is a signal to dig deeper. When you hit a wall, most people slow down and stop. Train yourself to see the wall as a challenge, not a stop sign. See the struggle as confirmation that you are on the right path. Real growth happens beyond comfort. Every champion was once at a breaking point. Every winner faced a moment when quitting seemed smarter and safer. They pushed harder. They did not let exhaustion write the end of their story. They found a way to give a little more when it felt like nothing was left. They decided pain would not have the final word. You must be stronger than the voice that says it is not worth it. You must be wiser than the emotions that beg you to quit. Be loyal to your future, not to your comfort. Comfort will lie to you. Comfort will trade your purpose for relief. Every time you choose comfort over commitment, you move further from what you deserve. There is a moment in every pursuit when quitting looks like the best choice. That moment guards the gate between dreamers and achievers. If you can push harder right then, you can push through anything. Take one more step. Give one more ounce of effort. Hold the line one more day. You will discover a version of yourself that is unstoppable. The temptation to quit is loud. It tells you that you are wasting time. It tells you that it is too hard. The truth is the opposite. If it were not worth it, it would not require so much from you. If it were not important, it would not test you this hard. The size of the struggle is evidence of the size of the reward. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Remember the vision that set your heart on fire. Remember the promises you made when you were full of hope. Remember the future that is still possible if you refuse to quit. Often the pressure rises because you are closer than you think. The breakthrough sits just beyond the exhaustion, the doubt, and the pain. Build the habit of going one step past where you would normally stop. One more rep, one more page, one more call, one more hour. These extra moments separate average from great. These extra moments are where greatness is born. Nobody will push for you. Nobody will save you when it gets hard. This is where you save yourself. This is where you rise on your own strength. This is where you prove to yourself that you are serious. Once you prove it to yourself, nobody can take it away. Every time you push, when you want to quit, you build something priceless. You build mental toughness. You build emotional resilience. You build character that will not crumble under pressure. You build a foundation strong enough to hold real success. Winners are not superhuman. They are people who showed up after they wanted to quit. They pushed through one more time. They trusted that their future was more valuable than their temporary emotions. They decided that pain would not scare them away from purpose. You have the same ability. It is not hidden. It is waiting for you to choose it when the road gets hard. Stand up when everything says sit down. Keep believing when the world offers reasons to doubt. Do not quit on your future. Do not quit on your potential. Do not quit on the life you have worked to build. Push harder. Push with more belief. Know that each step forward is shaping who you are becoming. You will never regret pushing through. You will never regret choosing resilience over surrender. You will never regret betting on yourself. If you quit now, you will carry the weight of wondering what could have been. You owe it to yourself to see how far you can go. Chapter 8. Trust your process, even when results are invisible. There are seasons when you work, but do not see results. You wake early. You stay late. You pour energy into your goals. The rewards feel distant. Most people give up here. Doubt whispers that it is not working. Growth happens long before results are visible. Success is earned in silence before it shows in public. Trusting your process means believing in the unseen. It means having the patience to stick with what you started when the world has not clapped yet. It means watering seeds that have not broken through the ground. Consistency is easy when progress is obvious. Consistency is hard when everything inside you wonders if it matters. That is the real test. Most people do not lose because they lack potential. They lose because they lack patience. They plant good seeds and abandon the field too soon. They start strong and quit before the harvest. The ones who win stay faithful to the process. They trust that effort is not wasted, even when feelings say otherwise. Trust that every action matters. Every workout builds strength. Every study session sharpens your mind. Every quiet morning planning your future stacks bricks. You may not see it, but the work is never wasted. Energy invested in growth is never lost. There will be days when doubt feels louder than belief. There will be days when you question if your dream is too big. There will be days when you wonder if you are fooling yourself. These are the days when trust matters most. Trust keeps you steady when emotions try to sway you. Trust keeps you grounded when you have no proof yet. It takes courage to work in the dark. It takes strength to stay loyal to a dream when you have no trophies yet. It takes resilience to believe when nothing around you looks different. This belief comes from within. Real growth happens internally before it appears on the surface. Imagine a seed underground. For weeks nothing seems to happen. You water, you nurture, you wait. The surface does not change, but underneath, roots grow. Foundations are built. Strength is formed out of sight. The day the sprout breaks, the soil looks sudden. It is the result of everything that happened silently. Your growth works the same way. You may not see the evidence today. You may not feel stronger yet. Stay with it. Keep nurturing the right habits. Keep showing up. One day it will break through. One day the results will be too big to hide. One day the life you dreamed of will stand in front of you because you had patience to trust what you could not see. Remind yourself that your work is not wasted. Every disciplined day matters. Every tough decision matters. Every time you say no to distraction matters. It is all building something greater, even if it feels invisible. Progress is not always loud. Sometimes progress is silent, steady and slow. It is still progress. Trusting the process means detaching from the need for instant gratification. The best things take time. Respect the rhythm of growth. You cannot plant today and harvest tomorrow. You cannot build a masterpiece overnight. You cannot rush greatness. You can work for it. You can stay committed to it. You can trust that it is unfolding in its time. You will be tempted to stop. You will be tempted to change course. You will be tempted to chase faster results. Shortcuts cost more in the end. When you abandon the process, you abandon the quiet work building your strength. When you restart over and over, you lose the compounding power of consistency. Stay steady. Stay patient. Stay locked into the work you know you must do. Let others chase quick wins. Let others jump from idea to idea. You stay loyal to your process. You stay loyal to your standards. You stay loyal to the vision in your heart. Invisible seasons build character. Invisible seasons forge real strength. Invisible seasons lay the foundation so that when success comes, it rests on something that will last. Without the silent seasons, there is no strong harvest. Patience is not passive. Patience is powerful. It is giving your best when applause has not arrived. It is choosing consistency when nobody notices. It is understanding that unseen growth is still growth. Unseen progress is still progress. Unseen victories are still victories. Each day you show up is a deposit into your future. Every time you choose discipline over ease, you invest in a life that will show its reward. You do not have to see results today to trust they are on their way. You do not have to feel progress every second to know you are building something great. Trust your work. Trust your habits. Trust the character you are shaping. Trust the vision you are protecting. Trust that your time is coming. Those who make it outlast the invisible days. They stay consistent long after excitement wears off. They build quietly while others give up because they cannot see immediate rewards. The future belongs to the patient. The rewards belong to the consistent. The victory belongs to those who trusted their process when nothing seemed to change. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Keep believing, not for temporary applause, but for permanent transformation. Stay the course. Trust the process. The invisible work you are doing today is building a future so real and powerful that one day the world will not be able to miss it. Chapter 9. Stay locked in on your vision until you win. When you start moving towards something bigger, the world will test you. Distractions arrive. Doubts arrive. Obstacles you never expected show up. It is easy to stay focused when everything goes right. It is harder when things get messy. Your vision must be stronger than your emotions. Lock into your vision so tightly that nothing can pull you away. Hold your vision with a grip so strong that even the worst days cannot loosen it. Your vision is the picture of the life you are building. Do not look once and forget it. Keep it in front of you every day. If you do not keep it there, life will bury it. Noise will drown it. Demands will distract you. Your vision is your responsibility to protect. Staying locked in means choosing it again and again. Choose it when you are tired. Choose it when you are discouraged. Choose it when other opportunities look easier. Choose it when quitting looks convenient. Let your vision guide your time, your energy, your focus, and your attitude. Most people do not fail because their dream was impossible. They fail because they lost sight of their dream when things got tough. They let fear cloud their vision. They let short-term emotions dictate long-term choices. They let outside opinions shake their inner clarity. If you are serious about winning, refuse to let anything dilute the vision inside you. See it so clearly that it becomes more real than your current reality. Believe in it so strongly that setbacks cannot shake your faith. Hold on to it so tightly that even when people around you cannot see it, you keep building without hesitation. Your vision must become part of who you are. It cannot be something you discuss only when inspired. It must be something you commit to when you feel nothing. When motivation fades and the road gets long, loyalty to your vision keeps you moving. Every decision brings you closer to your vision or pulls you away. There is no neutral ground. Every hour you spend, every conversation you entertain, every habit you practice, every action you take feeds your vision or feeds your distractions. Decide which you will serve. Staying locked in requires discipline. Say no to good things so you can say yes to the best things. Ignore voices that tell you to settle. Reject comfort that slows you down. Remind yourself daily why you started and why it matters. People will not always understand your vision. They will question it. They will doubt it. They will offer safer alternatives. Stand strong when nobody claps. Walk alone if needed. If your belief depends on approval, you will never reach it. You are not building your dream for applause. You are building it because it is who you are meant to become. You are building it because it is the life you are called to live. Anything less would betray your potential. There will be days when the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels overwhelming. There will be seasons where progress is slow. These are the times when locking in matters most. See with your heart what your eyes cannot see yet. Locking in is active and deliberate. Wake each morning and set your mind on the future you are creating. Guard your thoughts. Guard your conversations. Guard your environment. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your energy. Not every distraction deserves your time. Create an environment that reminds you daily who you are and where you are going. There will be setbacks, failures, and disappointments. Expect them. Prepare for them. Do not allow them to redefine your vision. Do not shrink your dream to fit temporary circumstances. Do not let short-term pain convince you to abandon long-term greatness. When it gets hard, do not lower your standards. When it gets lonely, do not question your path. When it gets slow, do not doubt your ability. Become unshakable. Become immovable. Be so locked into your vision that no rejection, no failure, and no delay can make you quit. Burn this into your heart. Quitting is not an option. Settling is not an option. Doubting yourself is not an option. Every day you stay locked in, you build momentum. Every day you stay focused, you gain ground. Every day you stay loyal to your vision, you separate yourself from the crowd. It may not show today or tomorrow. One day the world will see what you refuse to stop building. The life you want sits on the other side of consistent focus. The dreams you have sit on the other side of relentless commitment. The person you are meant to become waits on the other side of unwavering belief. Refuse to be moved by temporary emotions, struggles, or pleasures. Hold steady, stand tall, move forward even if you have to crawl. Stay locked in on your vision until you win. Not until you are bored, not until you are tired. Until you win. When you pay that price, you will know it was worth it. Every sacrifice, every lonely night, every unseen effort, every tear, every rejection, every moment you chose discipline over ease. Stay true, stay unbreakable until you win. Chapter 10. Rise again. Every time you fall or feel lost, life will knock you down. It is not a question of if, it is a question of when. No matter how strong you are, there will be moments when you stumble. There will be days when your plans fall apart. There will be seasons where everything feels uncertain. Your true strength is not shown by avoiding the fall. Your strength is shown by how often you rise again. Falling is not failure. Staying down is failure. Feeling lost is not weakness. Giving up is weakness. Every champion and every leader learned how to rise again. When they felt defeated, they rebuilt their courage. When their confidence broke, they found their footing. Rising again is not pretending you were never hurt. It is refusing to let the hurt stop you. When you fall, your mind offers two paths. One path says stay down and protect yourself. The other path says stand up and move forward. The easy path is to give up. The stronger path is to rise. Every time you rise, you decide what kind of life you will live. Will you be defined by defeat or by resilience? There is no shame in falling. There is no shame in losing your way. The shame is in refusing to fight back. The shame is in believing that one fall means you are not worthy. Each setback asks the same question: how badly do you want it? If you are serious about the life you dream of, get used to getting up when it would be easier to stay down. Get used to feeling lost and taking action anyway. Get used to being confused and moving forward anyway. Clarity is not always instant. Strength is not always obvious. Sometimes you build both by refusing to quit. The people you admire fell as well. They had days they wanted to disappear. They had moments of doubt. They had seasons that made no sense. They kept getting up. They trusted that forward motion, even a small step, would lead them back to purpose and strength. There will be times when the fall hurts more than you expected. There will be times when the road back is longer than you thought. That is not the time to abandon your dreams. That is the time to rise, dust yourself off, and remember who you are. That is the time to reclaim your focus and take the next step, even if you are limping. Rising again does not mean pretending everything is fine. It means facing the pain, learning from it, and refusing to be destroyed by it. It means acknowledging the loss without losing yourself in it. It means standing in the middle of broken plans and building new ones with the pieces you have left. It means believing that your future is worth fighting for even when today feels heavy. There will be moments when you do not feel strong enough to rise. That is okay. Strength is not never feeling weak. Strength is choosing action despite weakness. Strength is showing up to fight for your life when you do not feel like a fighter. Your journey will not be a straight line. It will have twists, setbacks, wrong turns, and storms. That does not mean you are failing. That means you are living and growing. Give yourself permission to be human. Give yourself permission to doubt. Then give yourself the responsibility to rise anyway. Take the lessons. Adjust the plan. Harden your resolve. You are not supposed to be perfect. You are supposed to be resilient. You are supposed to be relentless. You are supposed to be someone who does not back down from the hard parts of life. When you rise after a fall, you send a message to the world and to yourself. You say you are not done and not finished. You say you are not broken beyond repair. You say you are still standing and still building and still believing. You show yourself that you can be trusted. You show yourself that no matter how rough it gets, you will not abandon your future. You are not defined by your falls. You are defined by your rise. You are defined by the courage to stand back up. You are defined by the decision to keep going when quitting is easier. You are defined by your ability to turn pain into power, setbacks into setups, and loss into leadership. Every time you rise, you build more than goals. You build your soul. You build grit. You build an inner fire that wind cannot put out. You build a reputation with yourself that says, no matter what happens, you will find your way back. You do not need all the answers to rise again. You do not need a perfect plan. You need to decide the story is not over. You need to trust that while you are breathing, there is another move to make, and another chapter to write, and another victory to earn. Sometimes you will rise quietly, with no audience, no celebration, only your determination and your belief that your life still matters. Those rises count the most. Those rises transform you into someone unstoppable. You will rise from every fall if you choose to. You will find your way through confusion if you keep moving. You will rebuild stronger every time life tries to tear you down. If you refuse to stay broken, your dreams stay alive. Your future stays possible. Your strength keeps growing. Rise again. Rise tired. Rise scared. Rise uncertain. Rise bruised. Rise confused. Rise anyway. Every rise is a victory. Every rise is a step toward the life you are capable of living. Every rise is proof that you are not done. You are still in the fight. You are still writing your story. You are still becoming who you were born to be. The world has not seen the best of you yet. Conclusion: nobody is coming to save you. That is not bad news. That is power. Put your energy where it belongs. Put it on you. Focus on building your strongest self every day. Train your mind to ignore the noise. Fight for your dreams when no one believes. Show up for yourself daily. Cut out distractions. Own your life without blame. Push harder when you want to quit. Trust your process when results are invisible. Stay locked in on your vision until you win. Rise again every time you fall. Do this, and you will build a life so strong that no setback can destroy it. Do this, and you will build a future so powerful that nothing outside can tear it down. This is your life. Own it, live it, build it, and keep going until you win.